All right, so I'm going to do one last one tonight because this is more of like a counseling session for me. It helps me feel better. And I know I've been told to journal. I'd rather not write. I just want to share my reality. So that's what this is, and I'm going to share one last memory for today. Just kind of get it off my chest. Yeah, you heard it. I'm not yelling, but the narcissist already admitted that he was going to have someone come and murder me. Now, what's the background on this and what led to this? So what happened was he went to a funeral, and after the funeral, he stopped by somebody's house, and I thought, oh, maybe that's family or something like that, right? So it was close to Christmas time, so I was thinking maybe he just stopped by to wish them, Merry Christmas or something. So what I did was I went ahead, because we all have locators, so I knew exactly where he was when he was there, how long he was there. It's on your iPad, it's on your phone, it's on Google. So it's on most even cars have them now on tag. So don't think that is not there, because most likely it's there. And you can also share locations. So easy to find out where he was, even if he thought he turned it off. He forgot. Anyways, I knew where he went and I knew how long he was there. So I figured he wasn't there. So what I did was I went ahead and filled out a Christmas card and said, hey, from my family to yours, just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Right? Signed, Narcissist and me. And that was it. Right? Nothing too fancy, nothing that I would consider insulting or upsetful. Well, apparently she wasn't family. No, she wasn't. She was more than family, but she didn't realize that she wasn't just a friend. And she was under the impression that she was just a friend, or was more than a friend. And so all of a sudden one night, his phone is going off. And usually he keeps his phone either turned off or on Do Not Disturb. So after someone calls so many times, it starts going through. And so this person had done that. And the messages, so I'm like, okay, I wonder, it's his mom, because his mom's on 70. So I'm like, okay, is his mom okay? I know she's struggling with some mental issue or some physical issues. Same with the dad or, stepdad, that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me grab it. He's asleep. He doesn't hear it. So let me see if it's worth waking up. And there are actually messages of her saying how much she wants him to come over. Don't you want this? And sending him new pictures. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no. So I wake him up. And I said, hey, what's up with these pictures from so-and-so? We'll just call her L from a nearby city. And why is this going, why is she blowing up your phone right now? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And, of course, that's my fault. I guess I shouldn't have looked at his phone. Because, as a narcissist, that's what they're going to say. Well, if you didn't look at the phone, you wouldn't have known. You're 100% right. But if you didn't do it, the phone wouldn't be blowing up. So I guess she also got the card. And she wasn't too thrilled about it. And she wasn't thrilled that it was signed from Narcissist and, his girlfriend. And wishing her a very happy holiday. So between that and then I guess me seeing the naked pictures of her, they had decided that they were going to murder me so they can be together. I guess that was, I don't know if they thought they were going to move into the house, which obviously we're not married and I would never marry him, which would automatically go to my kids, which are my next of kin. So I didn't understand what the philosophy was there anyways. And so I just kind of rubbed it off as him being delusional in the middle of the night, because it is 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And then he never talked to her or went by her house again. So, he always told me, oh, it's our old roommate, oh, it's our old friend from high school. And he just stopped by. And, I always thought, oh, okay, that's cool. I have friends from high school, although I don't necessarily stop by their houses. I don't usually stay for a couple hours or, whatever. But I still see friends, I usually see them at work. We see each other like 5-10 minutes and off we go, just kind of catch up on the way. So I just wanted to share and let you know that, when you get threats like that and you're in that situation, you're just like, crap, is this going to end? Is it going to get better? Am I going to be alive? And I think that was my biggest fear. Because, if you're going to file for a restraining order, you can't attach video. you can attach hard copies. So I had to wait for him to actually come after me before I was able to get that part of it done. But when it came to actually the physical of him threatening me and that kind of stuff, you can't attach video. So none of that really happened, and it was my word against his. So I just blew it off. I mean, he never mentioned anything of it again, so I'm assuming he forgot. It's been a few weeks. But I just wanted to share that, you know, this is what makes it harder for people that are in a narcissist or even abusive relationship to escape. It's really hard to escape when you don't know where you can go. Because, you know, I own my house. It's not like I can just give a 30-day notice and move into another house. That would be, you know, I thought about that a lot of times. I even thought about selling my house, but the market is just astronomically crazy that I could only move down. I could only move to a smaller house. And I didn't want to do that either and make higher payments. So I'm like, don't want to do that either. So those are just different options and different scenarios and things that happen. And he just pretended it was all good. And in the morning, he's like making breakfast. And, you know, hey, I'm going to stop at Subway. Do you want a sandwich? What kind of sandwich? You know, everything goes back to normal. And it's really confusing because you're like, did this really happen? Did he really say this to me? And yes, I have the video. So I have the audio where he actually said he was going to have me murdered by this girl that, you know, lives, you know, where he went to high school. And that's all I'm going to say. But he acts like if it didn't happen. And then even now, if I ask him, he'll say it didn't happen, that I'm delusional, I made it up. Even though you can hear his voice quite clear. And you can tell I'm not yelling. But in his mind, I was yelling. And he didn't say that. He never said that he was going to kill me. He never said he was going to hurt me. But in reality, he did. And I have it recorded, so I know it's not in my mind. But I wanted to share that because that is my reality. I have the video to prove that it's my reality because I know when I asked him about it afterwards, like, dude, do I need to add her to a restraining order? You know, is she really going to come after me? And he's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. She never said that. That never happened. And he still swears to this day that never happened. And he never said that. And that isn't what happened. That's not reality. That's a narcissist because they will deny and lie to cover their ass. So just keep that in mind. Be safe. Thank you. And healing through this process. And I appreciate it. Sucks, but I'm stronger than this.